Hey, what's going on, Card Pack? Today we are going to look at two high-end football cards, and I'm going to give you my reasoning as to why I kind of like them as buys right now. In the long term, when we look at higher-end cards, these aren't quick flippers. These are things that we, in my opinion, none of this financial advice, but we put our money in to kind of park it, to let it grow over time. You know what I mean? Because it more than likely beats the crap out of whatever a bank is offering you. But again, not financial advice. Make your own decisions. Before we get started, be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button while we are at it. And of course, if you want my top tippity-top sports card picks, join the Sports Card Society. SportsCardSociety.com, link in the description. So let's get started. So I spent some time today looking at different legendary quarterback cards, and I came to the conclusion of two that I want to share with you that I think look to be pretty solid buys to me. We'll get into why. All right, let's get started. First one, of course, you can see it on the screen, Johnny Unitas. I mean, he's a legend, Hall of Famer, a name that stands the test of time. 1957, this is the card we're looking at, and here's the chart. Of course, we're in the Market Movers tool. If you don't have the Market Movers tool or some kind of software to help you read charts like this, you're making things a lot harder on yourself than it needs to be. So for Market Movers, they'll put the link in the description, and there'll be a discount code there too. If you use the discount code, you'll get 20% off your first month or your first year, whichever subscription you choose. You get 20% off your first payment. Anyways, of course, this is the one I use. But looking at Johnny U here, classic card, a little smile, the pose for throwing the ball. And I took this back 365 days, right? 365 days ago, this card went for 15 grand and then a high of 21, a little over 21,000. Went down to a bottom of about 7,600 in July, which was really the bottom of the entire sports card market, right? Because remember, we had a big old peak in really February, so this card is probably going for even more back there, but Market Movers didn't start tracking it until April 17th, 2021. So it probably went for a heck of a lot more, frankly. But now she's ticking back up. Here are the last two sales in November 11,000. November 11th, 14,500 and 14,000 on the 22nd. Only 190 of these cards in existence. I do not see that number exactly going up much ever, right? Old card like this, 1957, this thing is what, 50, 60, 65, 66 years old. So yeah, that pop count is probably going to stay pretty dang low, But again, when we look at these higher end cards, especially, the right higher end ones, they tend to be a good store of value. You know what I mean? Think of them kind of like gold, but with better appreciation. That's my opinion, not financial advice. That's my opinion. But as we look at the charts, it's more volatile than gold, obviously. But the thing is, the volatility with these cards, with these higher end classic ones, like say this Johnny U here, it's just, I feel I sleep well at night. This card's never going to zero, right? I know when I look at this card in 5 years, it's probably going to be worth a significant amount more than what I buy it for today if I buy it at a decent price. In 10 years, in 20 years, in 30 years, stuff like that. This is something you can hand down to your kids or something like that, or heck, just cash out in it years later, because it will probably, in my opinion, probably go up in more faster in appreciation than the dollar will go down in inflation. You know what I mean? So to me, this is a good store of value with a good upside of appreciation. That's my opinion on these. That's why I really like these higher end cards. Not all of them, just because a card goes for a crap load of money doesn't mean it's the best one to get. But I do like this one, right? 14,000. As we go over here to eBay, there's an auction going on right now. I really like this, right? The last two went for 14,500 and 14,000. So getting in this auction to me seems decent. But there's even this one going on where this person wants to sell because that's a fair price, but it's a best offer. So if I could come in here and get this for 14,500 or under 14,000, to me that seems like a good place to park some money, better than a bank account, etc. In my opinion, not financial advice. That's what we're talking about here. So I like both of these listings. It's not, there's only 190 of these. There are lots of days where I'll pop on eBay and a card like this, there isn't one even available to buy. So the fact that there's two going on right now, one to make, and they're perfect. There's an auction starting at a good price, and one sitting here with a best offer on it. So to me, these are attainable, fair priced cards. So that's the first one. The second one, I'll put a link. Let's see this eBay link. I'll put a link for this here too in the description, so you can just go straight to this page that I'm looking at, this eBay page. Now let's go to the next one. It's a Tom Brady rookie 2000 Bowman Chrome PSA 10. This is a very, very coveted Tom Brady rookie card. He is, love him or hate him, he's the most accomplished, probably best quarterback of all time, right? I mean, it's very hard to argue that. If you want to argue that, maybe this card's just not for you. You know what I mean? Beautiful card, classic card, classic card. And to me, this again is a good store of value. As we look at it over the last 365 days, a year ago, this card was going for $25,000. Again, that's when the market really hit its all-time high, period. And then it came down here again. What do you know? In July, hits a bottom of about 15,000. So that's the bottom. And then it peaked up here in November to about 25,000 again, and now it's sitting down around here. The last couple went for 15,000. But if we look at that as a floor, that's a pretty solid floor, pretty solid support. Last one went for 18,000. Let's go over here. Here's an auction going on right now for 14,003. Low over about 4.5 days left, and it's already at 14.3. To me, people that got this card for 15 got a deal, because you can get it for 15. It's like it's showing that that's the floor. Like, the market doesn't let it go below 15,000. So even this, again, same thing with this Johnny Unitas. That's why I'm showing you these two today, because there's actual good opportunities out there. There's an auction going on for this one also, and to me, getting this card under 18,000 is a good deal. And here's one with best offer. My guess is you could probably get this one for under 18,000. Make an offer. My guess, you could probably get it for 17,005. And again, looking at the chart, the last one sold for 18,000. Last two before that, 15,000. In reality, these two were undervalued, because the one before that was over 17,000, 16.6, 16.8, 18.5, and these are all well after retirement. Well, you know what I mean. After he lost in the playoffs. So this does seem to be the bottom to me. And again, we're not looking to quick flip this stuff, right? We're looking for a good place to park money that's a good store of value and will appreciate handsomely over time, right? That's my opinion on this stuff, not financial advice. Do your own decision. Do your own research. But there are some good options out here. The pop count on this one isn't anything crazy, 1,100, but the demand for it is very, very high. And the Johnny U, again, back here is only 190, which is super low. But the rest of these are getting a little too high. So I really like these ones at the top. I like this auction, and I like this one in particular, these two right here. So that's what I got for you. I'll put the link for this eBay listing here too in the description. Check that out. Be sure to hit the like button, hit the sub button. That's what I got for you today. Stay classy. You're awesome.